When people first get into mobile home investing, they often make a few common mistakes, and these mistakes can cost them time, money, and sometimes even entire deals. In this video, I'm going to walk you through some of the biggest mistakes that new mobile home investors make and how you can avoid them. My name's George. I've been investing in mobile homes since 2017, so let's get into it. One of the biggest mistakes that new mobile home investors make is overpaying for a property. You get excited. You have a mobile home, you have an opportunity that comes to you, you get excited, they present a number to you accept that number. Maybe you try to negotiate a little bit, they don't get down where you want them to get, but again, you're excited, this is your first deal, so you jump right on it. If you don't fully evaluate the numbers first, then this can crush your deals, crush your profits, and crush your dream of building a successful mobile home investing business. You need to know, what is your after repair value? What is that number that you can get after you do all your repairs? What is that profit that you want to make? And what is that price that you need to pay in order to make that profit? We have a cost estimator or deal calculator. If you want access to that, comment deal calculator down below and I'll send you over the link for that. You need to know these numbers. You need to be very clear because again, this will make or break your business. If you get into a deal, you put too much money into it, you're not making the profits. Let's say you make $5,000 in profits, or maybe you don't even make any money in profits. What's gonna happen? You're not gonna wanna do another deal. I one time had someone come to me, send me a message on Facebook saying they purchased this deal, they thought it was a killer deal, they got it for $10,000, I believe it was. They thought they were gonna be able to sell it for 60 to 70K. They put about $30,000 into it, so now they're $40,000 all in, which is a ton to put into a mobile home deal to begin with. So again, they didn't understand their repairs either and what that was gonna cost, and they didn't put in the right materials or do the right work in order to keep those costs down. So now they're $40,000 all in, and they find out they can only sell the mobile home for $40,000. So now they're not making any profits on the deal. I believe their all-in number included their lot rent as well. You need to know your numbers or you're gonna make huge mistakes and it's gonna cost you time, money, energy, and effort, and your desire to continue to build. Another mistake that beginners make is buying in parks that aren't well maintained, buying in parks that they're not gonna be able to sell in. Just because you have one park where mobile homes can sell for, let's say, $80,000, 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, doesn't mean the park down the street they can sell for that same price. You have to realize that every single park is its own neighborhood. So just like if you're in one neighborhood and it's a gated community, and then you go a couple blocks down and there's graffiti all over the walls, people shooting, people on the corner of the street doing drugs, like you're not gonna be able to sell the home for the same price that you can sell it for in the gated community. Every single park is its own community, so you need to know, is it a well-maintained community? 1 to 5 stars, what do I rate it? Does it look like it belongs on cops? Are all the homes beat up? Is all the grass beat up? Are there parked cars with missing tires in the front lawn? Would I purchase in this mobile home park? Now, maybe you wouldn't purchase a mobile home, but would your ideal buyer purchase in this mobile home park? Are you gonna get the price that you want in this mobile home park? Really evaluate that and know that. Just because you're getting a killer deal, if it's not in a park that you believe you're gonna be able to sell in or get a decent tenant buyer or buyer in, then again, that can crush your business. If, let's say you decide to sell on seller financing, you have this really crappy park that it's in, you sell on seller financing, what type of buyer do you think you're gonna attract? You attract a crappy buyer because it's in a crappy park and they end up not making payments, and then you sell a home and now you're chasing after a tenant to make your payments. Not gonna work that way because you probably won't be able to sell for all cash, and bank financing, I don't know, are they gonna lend in that park? So again, make sure you're in good parks when you're purchasing these deals. 1 to 5 star, you don't need gated communities, gated parks that have pools and all that good stuff, just decent parks. Another common mistake is spending too much money on renovations, which I alluded to in this first mistake. Mobile homes are affordable housing, which means buyers usually expect clean, functional spaces, not luxury. Focus on the improvements that create the most value: flooring, paint, kitchen updates, bathroom improvements. These changes make a dramatic difference. Again, buyers want to walk in and they feel something fresh, something clean, something that they can find themselves living in. If you're putting granite countertops in, top of the line appliances, these things are going to cost you money and you're not going to be able to make it in the sale. Do the things that will dramatically change the appearance of the home. Again, going back to flooring, paint, kitchen upgrades, bathroom upgrades, without spending excessive money. Another important step that beginners overlook is verifying the title of the mobile home. Just like vehicles, mobile homes have titles that need to be transferred properly during the sale. Before purchasing a property, always confirm that the seller has a clear title and that the paperwork can be transferred correctly. We had a member in our academy who didn't do this step. Decided to skip the training on that step, got excited about a mobile home that he was purchasing, was going back and forth, negotiated it down to a good price, was about to close on it. That day, he goes there to meet with the seller. Right before going, he says, and just make sure you have the title. The seller got back to him and said, oh, I don't have the title. So he said, okay, now we have to get a title. And there's a process that you can do in order to help the seller get the title. They need to get it if their name's on it. And then the seller goes, oh, my name's not on the title. So the seller didn't have the title. His name wasn't on that title. It's not a deal at this point in time. You need to get that title and you need to make sure it's done. It was like his ex-wife's name that was on the title, or like his ex-girlfriend or something. So that was going to be a pain. So that buyer ended up getting in contact with that ex, and they're in that process trying to get that title. You have to make sure you have that. You don't want to close on a deal prior to, because then you won't be able to sell it. You'll get stuck with it. Make sure you get clear on what that title process is in your state. So in case you run into any of this, you can help that seller get the title. This prevents legal complications later. And the biggest mistake that people make, which kind of encompasses everything that we went over, is not knowing your market. If you don't know your market, then you should not be getting into business. You should not purchase a mobile home until you know your market, until you know what the mobile homes can sell for. And each individual park that you're looking in, every park is its own market. What buyers are looking for inside these mobile homes, how long these homes usually sit on market, how to find the deals, how to evaluate them properly, and how to structure transactions. This makes a huge difference from the overall market of just the mobile home business in general to your specific market. Understanding the market is so important. Mobile homes are very different than stick-built real estate. They don't operate the same. If you've been doing single family homes, doesn't mean you can jump into mobile homes and you'll know exactly what you're doing. You're gonna have to unlearn a lot of things and learn a lot of things in order to successfully build this business. I've seen a lot of people come from single family homes and try to make their way into mobile homes. They continue to fumble. They don't follow up properly. They don't have conversations properly. They don't structure the deal properly. They don't know ARV. They don't know how to find comps. They don't know how to sell these homes and what contracts and documents are needed. And again, this will completely stop you from building a successful mobile home business. Once you understand these fundamentals, the process becomes a whole lot simpler. The good news is these mistakes are completely avoidable. And once you understand how mobile home deals work, it becomes a lot easier to find good deals and opportunities in this part of the real estate market. Because again, mobile homes are one of the most overlooked assets in real estate. And if you want to learn the exact process on how to build this business, click on the link in the comments and description down below where we have a free training breaking this down. After you click on that link to the training, you can then schedule a call with myself or someone on my team after you watch that training and see if you're a good fit to join us in our Mobile Home Success Academy. But this is only for people who are serious about building this business. So we'll get on a call. We'll see if you're a good fit. Go back and forth. This isn't like a structured, high-pressure sales call. If you are, then you can potentially join us. So again, make sure to click on that link in the comments down below. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe to this channel if you're interested in mobile homes. Ask any questions you have down below, and I will catch you in our next video. Happy investing.